Coming up on the local game this week, we have Club Talk with Andoni Natsiopoulos from FK Beograd, the Adelaide Titans. We take a look at them in pre-season before heading into their State League 2 campaign. Plus big hot topics, a 400 gamer in Nicholas Bucco, olive oil picking down our Croatia Raiders. That's all coming up in today's episode of The Local Game. Welcome to The Local Game. It is another week and we are excited to be back talking football. Cup round is this weekend and there's a whole lot of stuff that happened throughout the week leading into this weekend as well. And it was gather round football. I know AFL, but a lot of you were out there enjoying it. I saw a lot of people from our local community out there and well, there's nothing better than lots of football in one town. And that football is our game. That football, every weekend you can go out and head out to a game. Can be in Mount Barker, in the Barossa. Well, next year you can with the State League 2. But let's welcome in the one, the only, David Grant. Good to have you back on board, mate.
Oh, thanks for having me back again, Johnny. I feel like I've hardly been away.
Yeah, I know. You're here every second week now. You're just knocking on my door. But did you head out to any gather round games this weekend?
Do you want me to be honest?
Yeah, why not?
No, I didn't go to a single one.
Fair enough. I was went out to Barossa. I went out to Mount Barker last year. Saw the Mount Barker United crew down there making a mean barbecue. And but up there wasn't as much football orientated things this year as there was in Mount Barker last year. But it's good to see what they do at that level, and I'd love to see a lot more of it in the A-League level eventually as well.
Yeah, it'd be good to do something like that. Well, they did something like that last year.
Yeah, United's round, but I would love to see that here in Adelaide. I reckon we could pull it off very
I see
well.
what you mean, yes.
Yeah, Cooper Stadium, Surface FM Stadium in Martin. Could you imagine?
Yeah.
Pumping. Anyway, talking about pumping, let's head into the hot topics, which has been pumping the last few weeks with a lot of huge stories to talk about. And one that I love so much, I head down there just for the milestone. You were covering it as well. It is the big 400 for the Nicholas Bucco, the poster boy of the local leagues.
Yeah.
What a great milestone for him. It got carried off at the end as well. I might add, a little bit poorly carried off. They just struggled there with carrying him off. But what a great achievement to reach 400.
Yeah, it was. There was quite a bit of banter at the end there as well, where they were suggesting he might have been too heavy to carry off. But yeah, no, well done, Nicholas. And to score as well in the night.
Yeah.
About 10 seconds into the second half, which caught everybody surprised. I was on the mic with Andoni and Andoni
Natsiopoulos,
yes.
yes.
The one. And he'd barely put his headset on when that goal went in. So a fabulous night for Nicholas Bucco.
Absolutely. He was. I spoke to him a little bit after the game, but good to see him get that milestone. A very good player. And I reckon he could crack 450. I reckon.
Yeah.
If he keeps going. Obviously, it's hard to try and keep that commitment up, but fantastic.
He's still got a couple of years in him, isn't he? He's a darling of the competition.
Absolutely. And talking about darling of competition as well, 350 as well. Getting close by is the one, the only Scott Nagel, 350 on the weekend.
That's right, yeah. I mean, that's right. It was well done to him too. I mean, there's some amount of games to have played, so some achievement.
I know. I think Mark mentioned last week he got up to past 400, so long way to go for both of them to catch up to Mark Talbot. So
yeah, that's true.
But in the WNPL, there's some milestones as well. We may miss some, obviously, but reach out to us. Let us know when milestones like this happen because we love a good milestone. But Anna Pritchard got 250, Lily DeCola 100, and also Lisinski down at Adelaide City got 100 as well. So West Adelaide and Adelaide City women both had some milestones on their cards.
Yeah, great to see them getting up to those numbers as well. In fact, Andoni Natsiopoulos,
yes,
he hits 103 games time, he was telling me.
In 3 games time?
Yeah.
Beautiful. I mean, he hits 103. That's a great milestone. 100 in 3 games time. Yeah. Brilliant. Well, that'll be awesome to celebrate that as well. I'm sure he'll be very chuffed to get to that milestone.
Yeah, absolutely.
But let's move into topic number 2. And this one's a bit more oily and a little bit slippery and slimy because I'm an Italian background and I grew up doing this as a kid and I absolutely love this time of year. Getting there with my grandparents and picking the olives. Adelaide Croatia Raiders, something you only get in football as well, mind you, is going out, the players heading out with the volunteers of the club to go and pick the 400 roughly plants of olive trees that they have there to make olive oil and sell it at the club. How good's that? It's a yearly tradition they do, and that happened over the weekend.
Great team building exercise as well, isn't it? And you get a sense of bonding through that as well. Socialising with each other is great, And I thought you were going to say picked 400 olives, but they picked 400 trees.
Yes.
Wow.
Back in my day, we only had 5 trees, but they were massive, like the size of this carpet. Yeah. That's how wide they were. It was incredible at my grandparents' house. Yeah. But that was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that weekend. I don't know how much olives I actually picked. I think I got tired after a little bit, but pressing the olive oil was the smell and the taste the best. But it's good to see. Saturday they have the volunteers doing it, and then on the Sunday the rest of the under 18s, the reserves, and the seniors all get together and give a hand. So that's really good. Obviously, like I said earlier, it's only something you see in football. This culture here, and they sell the olive oil, which you can buy a bit later in the year as well.
I suppose they've got to raise money to pay for Stefan Matteo's wages anyway, haven't they?
Yeah, they're probably pretty high as well.
Yes.
So they might pay me olive oil maybe, who knows? And make sure keep an eye out on that as well. You can go and support the club by purchasing their olive oil. And olive oil on fresh bread with just some salt and oregano. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Just a good tip out there for you. Anyway, let's head into the next topic. It's announced that the Adelaide United women are going to get a home final, finishing in the top 4. Obviously, they can't finish top 2. One game to go against Sydney FC this Friday night at Cooper Stadium. But they will have secured, and it's going to be on the 27th of April at Cooper Stadium, Sunday afternoon, 3:30 p.m. And it's a standalone. So we know last time they had a standalone fixture was with that NPL side, but it was over 3,000 people. I reckon we can get easily 5,000 to 6,000 there, plus I reckon more, hopefully, if it's a good day.
Yeah, absolutely. Hope so. I mean, this Friday night's an earlier game. It's 4:30, so maybe a bit harder to get to on a Friday afternoon. But that standalone fixture a week on Sunday, certainly get yourself out there if you've got nothing else on.
Yeah, let's get the stands absolutely packed. Next week we're going to have a good episode as well to lead up for that.
Even if you do have something on, cancel it and get out there.
Well, we did play a home final a couple of years ago now in the season 21-22. So this is the second time we're having a home final.
Yep.
But hopefully we can go that one step further this time around. It will be good to see them get through. If they win, we do have another chance. If we lose, we're out. It's elimination. But if we go through, it'll be semi-final. And we'll be against either Melbourne Victory or Melbourne City, who are in the top 2. But we have to find out after this weekend. It's only a 2-point gap between those two. So we're third. So if Melbourne City finish second, then we might come up against Matriciani. If not, we have to wait till the grand final, which would be absolutely incredible to see LA United against Matriciani.
Yeah, and it'd be nice to do him over, wouldn't it?
Yes, it won't be easy, but he is a great team. But we've got to get through this first. Let's pack out those stands and definitely get out to the game on the 27th and this Friday as well for their last regular season match against Sydney FC, heading into that final. Anyway, let's head into Club Talk this week.
Actually, do you know I had a co-commentator at the weekend? I was just thinking it was Andoni Natsiopoulos, and
Yes.
I thought he'd be really good for Club Talk, Johnny.
He would be. That's why he is this week. Club Talk this week with Andoni Natsiopoulos from FK Beograd.
Welcome to Club Talk. My name is Andoni Natsiopoulos, and we'll be going inside to talk to the boys about just their everyday lives. Quick shout out to Chris Vivian as well. Keep going, bro. We're going to start off with Riley Stam, so put your food down. Here with Riley Stam, $1 Million Stam. FSA Media Day. Kisses the badge and hasn't played a game for the club yet. Can you please justify your decision?
I don't know, man. Family. Dad played for the club, uncles.
Obviously, Dakota, you're in Germany. He's short stint in Germany, now he's back at the best club in the world. I'm here with the Great Wall of Belgrade. I've got a quick question for you, Banyak. What's the best part about playing for this club?
Getting to see you every day.
Yeah, that's killer. Good on you. Anyone else? I'm here with Lorenzo Boselli. Declan Rice actually scored the second and third best free kick this week after him. Heard you love your Australian sweets. I heard you're at O'Connell Bakery till 3 a.m. eating Nutella bombs on a Friday night. How do you rate your experience?
It was very nice. 4 a.m. by the way. You know, it's working, so it's been working. But I loved it. I can't wait to go back again.
I'm surprised he's not on the physio table at the moment, but how have you rated your move back to White City so far?
I love it. I'm still waiting for a coffee invite with Andoni here, but all good.
And Jared Clark?
Nah, he turns up
Okay.
before work.
How are you adapting to the Australian lifestyle? Have you seen many kangaroos?
Not yet. I'm planning on it. Planning on a Kangaroo Island little vacation.
No, invites, man. Cheers. All good.
Being the captain of the club, like, you're just a big role model.
I said you. I'm asking you the questions here, mate.
Yeah, but you're such a big role model. I love seeing you every day. We're just going to change the tables here a little bit. Our captain here, rumours are you have another name, Curtains. Would you like to explain?
Yeah, because my hair parts sort of sideways, like Elvis look. I don't know. It just sort of come up in the change room once. Costa Balaban, shout out to you for that one. So yeah.
Elvis might be the next name I reckon we give you.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, he's alright, this guy.
Kristen Constant, it's great to have him back on the scene here at White City. Obviously been injured the last 2 years and everything. I've got a... No, I'm not laughing, but very serious question in here to ask you. If Batman and Superman got into a fight, who do you reckon would win?
Andoni.
You have to answer.
No, Superman realistically would win.
Why?
Well, Batman's always sexy, so...
Yeah, but why?
Or Robin. Robin
Yep.
would help Batman, and then they'd win.
I'm here with my good mate, Christian Borghetto. Probably one of the better looking boys in our team after the departure of Damian Luic. I've got a quick question for you. How have you found your move to White City, and do you miss the Fulham boys?
No, I'm happy so far. Obviously, haven't stepped foot on the pitch yet, so...
Yeah, you're looking to make your debut this week as well?
Yeah, not this weekend, but
Why is that?
just circumstantial.
I'm here with Maksim Ivanic, probably the most notorious Serbian in the whole of Australia right here. Since you know the answer to every question, I've got a question here, a bit of a throwback. What colour is this dress?
It's a black and blue with a tinge of gold.
He's spoken, it's a black and blue dress.
Yeah, that's it.
So why are you not playing this week?
Circumstantial, as I said.
I heard you got your cousin's wedding here in the bridal party.
Circumstantial.
Yeah, that's a fine. That's a fine. Cooper Nunn, like Lorenzo Boselli, spent some time in America. Obviously started here in 2022. Went to America because he thought the grass was greener, but as everyone always does, they always end up back at White City. So, did you watch any Yankees games over there?
Actually went to a couple Mets games, yeah.
But not the Yankees.
Not the Yankees. I got yelled at. My friends actually put me in the jersey against the Mets, and I got yelled at quite a bit. It was pretty funny.
I'm here with Central C, also known as Ethan Harrington. Day job, you cut hair, is that right?
Correct.
Would you like to give a shout out to your business?
Kingston Barber Lounge in Glenelg.
Alright, so if you want a terrible haircut, you know where to go. I'm here with Massimo Falco, the converted Serb. Hey, eyes here. Don't worry about the footy, unless you've got a multi on, which you probably do. One of Belgrad's favourite sons, fan favourite over here. Just a simple question for you, really. Soft spot for any player in the league? You're my favourite Greek at the club. I'm here with my second favourite Greek at the club. Or soft spot for a player, and why?
At our club?
At our club. Or any other club.
Well, I heard every answer was Andoni. Besides you, nah, I can't single one out, unfortunately. Actually, after that free kick on the weekend, I'll give it to Lorenzo.
Adzi Bruno, left back at Seatown.
Oh yeah, he does.
Can't wait for round 12.
Can't wait for round 12. He doesn't do interviews either.
I don't do interviews.
Round 1.
No, we don't like him. Yeah. No, we don't like him. Yeah.
I've caught Andrew here at a bad time. Our president loves to eat. But I might ask you the same question as Adrian. I'm here with Dave Scarcella. I don't know if you heard, but Adelaide United's first ever keeper. Can you tell me about what it was like back then compared to now? Would you probably be the starting keeper now at Adelaide United, or even White City above Dakota?
100%. Dakota who? Dakota who? Good times back then in the old first few years of Adelaide United. It was good fun playing it.
My soft spot's for Maxi.
Why is that?
Because he's 6'5", probably should be playing volleyball, but he's got a nose for goal.
Anything else to add about the boys?
Which boys?
Our boys, you know, the team that you coach?
Okay, yeah. No, great bunch of boys. Simple as that. Great bunch of boys. They always give us headaches.
That we do. And how about Campbelltown, your ex-club? Besides Boffa, because you're family.
He's the last one anyway.
Here with Dusan Sofranic, lifelong Belgrade fan. Heard you just got back from Turkish Hairlines. Can you please explain what sort of hairline you're going for?
I'm going for the 2000 Vince Colosimo Frankie over here, Johnny Keko.
Nah, jokes aside, probably Alex and Daniel Mullen, just absolute champions on and off the field, and great for the game in South Australia. And if anyone can look up to a player in the state, and I know you look up to them as well, they're the two guys that I think everyone should look up to.
That concludes Club Talk. I'm Andoni Natsiopoulos. Thank you. Stay classy, San Diego.
Well, Andoni Natsiopoulos loves the mic. He was on the One Game at a Time podcast last week, on the commentary with you on the Friday night, and now on this show as well. So He's the man of the media, isn't he?
He is. He's the voice of a new generation.
Yes, he was Bucco before, but he's at 400 games now, so now it's Andoni's turn.
Andoni's the new darling of football.
Yeah, the face of the NPL, maybe.
Yes.
You'd love that. But anyway, let's head to a short break. On the other side, we're going to chat more football. Plus, we're also going to check out the Adelaide Titans, the last of the 5 teams that we're going to look at from pre-season heading into the State League 2 campaign. Anyway, let's head to a short break. Don't go anywhere. On the other side, we've got more football here on the local game. Just over 20 years of history, the Adelaide Titans make the huge jump from the Sassel competitions over to the State League 2.
The club's been around for near on 20 years, so moving into Federation football was a goal that they've had for some time.
Club culture, honestly this club is probably the best culture I've ever been at. You know what, if things aren't going well on the park, it doesn't matter. We're a close-knit group off the park, and it's the best thing about playing football in your spare time is coming and hanging out with your mates and having fun.
Sky's the limit for the team this year. We've got a lot of new boys, a lot of young boys, a lot of raw talent. So there's nothing that we can't achieve.
The club itself is a very good club. The culture around it is very close and tight.
There's just something different about this club. Having a bit of a rich history in a different league, there's a strong belief that something can happen in the Federation, and just the work that's been put in for the club to get here, it means a lot to everyone involved.
But ultimately, first and foremost, we want to just be stable for the first year. If that results in positive scenarios at the end of the year, then obviously we'll take that in our stride. But first and foremost, it's just about establishing the club, the brand, the way people look at us and perceive us in the Federation. They're in very, very good stead within the amateur league, and so we want to bring that across to the Federation as well.
The Adelaide Titans, another club in the State League 2. It is great to see these additional clubs, 5 new clubs, 3 more to come in next year. I'd say an even amount, so maybe one more, maybe more to enter in next year as well. So it's good to see fresh new life into the State League 2. And obviously these clubs come from the amateur side, but a team like Titans as well, just taking that next step up.
Absolutely, a lot of them have come from Sassel Div 2 as well, so it's been a big step up from them because they've bypassed Sassel Div 1 and then gone into State League 2, if you consider that that's the natural tier, the natural progression. So they've done well to hold their own, and some of them are doing very well in that State League 2. They're looking at finals already, really. It's
good to see these clubs really having a good foundation coming into this, bringing that extra culture as well and food. But it is good to see that happening into our league as well. So, and only more to come. And we saw with the gather round on the weekend how much people love going to Barossa. I know it's State League 2, but heading down to Barossa for a State League 2 game on a Sunday would be a lot of fun. You make a day of it. You got a 3 o'clock kickoff. Let's go up there on a Saturday. Have the game. After the game, let's go to a winery and have dinner with the family, the friends. How good would that be? Or if you're just family going to watch your son play at 3 o'clock or 7 o'clock, just get a bus, drive up there and have a day out. It'd be good.
Yeah, I've done a trip up to the Barossa myself when I was coaching for a team up in the hills, and we played the Barossa, and it's a great little day out. It's a long drive, but you make a day of it, you know.
Yeah.
And when I lived in Scotland, I played in a nationwide competition, and so the big days out, the 3-hour trips.
Look at you in the nationwide.
Well, it wasn't a high standard, but it was a national competition, and you know, it's a smaller country, obviously, but we had great days out. We go and play the game in the afternoon and often stay overnight.
Yeah.
And come back the next day in a bus. So you know, I think it's great.
Absolutely. Brilliant stuff to see these new clubs coming in. We can't wait for the expansion of the leagues. Australia Cup gives out a little bit of that aspect of it as well. So anyway, I've enjoyed doing these features and talking about these features as well. We've had these club features, but we've also had, I did Ange and the Boss a couple of weeks ago, and you're telling me off air about your new book that you're reading, which is similar to the story of Ange and the Boss, with Pushka's coming to Australia, but he was a guest here in Australia. And your new book, you're currently reading, Be My Guest?
It's not my book, I didn't write it, but
No, you're reading, you're currently reading.
Yes, Johnny, a new book called Be My Guest, story of superstars in Australia, playing their guest appearances through the 60s and 70s and 80s and so on, by a couple of authors, Jason Goldsmith and Lucas Gillard. So yeah, I've only just started. It's been a great little book and well worth a read. Trevor Brooking played here, Kevin Keegan played here, Davy Provan played here. So some of these big names from the past that came out, played a few games and then left. Obviously, maybe a little bit of cash was involved, and maybe that was a bit of an incentive. But still, they came out here.
Wouldn't be much back in those days, though. I would
probably
say.
not. But even Ozzy Ardiles, that's another player from the 80s that maybe a bit before your time, but a big name and played in a couple of games in the NSL.
Brilliant. Do you remember most of these when they came back? Is that why you were reading the book, just to reminisce about those times? Or?
Well, I do remember these players from my youth,
Yeah.
but I wasn't. I never saw any of them play when we came out. So as a kid, when we came out here, we didn't really go to many soccer games. It wasn't a big sport in those days. It was all Aussie rules.
Oh, so you're an Aussie rules man.
Well, that's what we watched then because nobody played soccer when I was a kid.
Yeah. That's why I can't say anything. I was I went to the gather round on the weekend.
Well, that's it. Yeah, you've mentioned it about 3 times.
Oh, I know. But anyway, I was wearing the t-shirt earlier, but I had to take it off. Look professional for this one. And we're going to head to a short break. Talking about professional, we're going to wrap things up because we're going to head to a short break. On the other side, we got to talk about the results from the weekend. State leagues, the NPL, WNPL, all the bits and pieces. Let's get into that. Don't go anywhere. It is the local game.
Your time is now. When passion runs through you, become your own hero.
Welcome back to the local game. Well, we are getting into the tail end of today's show. Big week in football and some big results on the weekend. David, let's take a look at those results from the weekend. Let's head into the top tier of the men's side in the NPL. Let's look at those results from the weekend. And it all kicked off Friday night. A big one for Adelaide City. Big milestone, 400 gamer for Nicholas Bucco. A 3-0 win. He scores as well. How good is that?
Yeah, a fabulous night for him. And Lewis Laurie Latanzio adding to it. And look at Ullman with a very late strike. Look, Adelaide Comets just can't score goals just now. They've only scored, I think, 6 goals in the first 6 rounds. And going into this game, they'd also only conceded 3. And then they go and concede 3 in one night. So a bit of a disastrous night for Comets. But great night for Bucco and co.
Yeah, and on the Saturday as well, Croydon get a 5-3 win over Campbelltown City. 4-1 at half time. There was a known goal there by Brazzali as well, unfortunately, for the... that gave Campbelltown that third, but a great win from George Saunders' side.
Yeah, absolutely, and certainly very leaky defence, isn't it, when you're conceding 5 as well, so something will need to be done about that next week.
And I'm sure Daniel Mullen won't be happy with that result as well, so I'm pretty sure they will try and fix it up. They've got the cup round this weekend, so big game for them. Let's head into the WNPL as well from the weekend. Some big results there. The game you did was the 5-1 win for Comets against Metro United. A massive win. They needed those points, Comets. They're sitting, second due to goal difference, just under by 7 points under West Adelaide, who are flying at the moment.
Yeah, West Adelaide looked good, but look, Comets were very good. Anastasia Willoughby got a brace, Emily Hazelwood a brace, and substitute Joanna Katsabas came on as well and scored 1 as well. Emma Cockgrove got Metro United's goal. But look, 5-1 wasn't really a fair reflection on play, and I think Metro United will probably feel fairly hard done by. They didn't, they were probably the second best team on the night, but 5-1 would really hurt them, and I felt it was pretty harsh on them. But that's the way football goes.
Absolutely. Well, it's Anastasia Willoughby got the double, so he's got the brace. I did predict there would be a 3-1 win for Comets going into that fixture. I'm not saying anything against Metro. I just think that the Comets were looking towards getting that win, but the 5-1 obviously definitely helps them out.
Oh, absolutely. Look, I mean, Comets, Metro United were guilty of some fairly basic errors at the back lines. I mean, I think 2 of the goals were straight through the middle of the park, so they'll need to, Metro United that is, will need to try and do something to try and atone for that and fix it up for next
Absolutely. Well, we see West Adelaide are flying at the top at the moment. They've got a 7-point gap. Let's head into the WSL, which is a similar scenario at the moment. And flying at the top is Vista. They are unstoppable. 6 wins from the 6 rounds. But Stir, who are sitting second at the moment, by 5 points. There's a big gap there at the moment, starting to build. They had a 2-1 win on the weekend. So they are not too bad, Stir, at the moment as well. They're looking like to be the second team to finish second. But we all know number 1 is that the ultimate goal for these clubs.
Absolutely. You finish top, you're straight up. That's what Campbelltown City did last year, and where Modbury Vista are this year. Second spot is a chance as well. You're going to play off with the second bottom team from the WNPL, so you're in with a chance, but it's not guaranteed.
No, absolutely not. Let's head into the State League 1 now, because those results very important. We've been talking a lot about the top of the tables in the other leagues, but in this league, State League 1, one team that has to worry so much. They were at the bottom last year in the NPL. Now after 6 rounds, they find themselves right down the bottom, only 1 point from 6 matches. That is South Adelaide. A 4-1 loss to Adelaide Blue Eagles. They're in trouble at the moment.
Yeah, they are. They've been in trouble all season. It's just not been a great year for them. Started badly and have continued that way. They lost Tyrese Conway, among other players as well, which has obviously created a big dent for them, but it's just not clicking for them, is it?
Absolutely not. So not a great start that I wanted to get into the State League 1. Obviously, a team like Adelaide Olympic, they're doing okay at the moment, finding themselves in the top 5 to be trying to get themselves back into the top tier where they were last year. But to have a start like this, they're going to struggle to make finals the way they're going.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd agree with you. I mean, South Adelaide. Oh, South Adelaide. Yeah, no, they're going to really struggle to make finals. I think their main objective now is probably to avoid relegation. Don't worry about finals. Just get yourself out of that bottom 2. Yeah,
it's definitely not where they wanted to be. When you drop into the NPL, you think you're going to just make finals usually, but to drop that far down is not a great sign. But let's head into the State League 2 now. But Adelaide Olympic, though, they'll definitely, I reckon they should make finals, but unless it all goes south from here. But
well, they're on course for it, aren't they? They're what, they're 5th this
week? 5th at the moment, but anything can happen. We're still early days, so they could finish top for all we know. But anyway, let's head into the State League 1 right now as well. Some results down there. Sorry, State League 2, let's head to that, because we just spoke about State League 1. Let's head to the State League 2. Let's take a look at that one. Live TV for you, boys. State League 2, let's take a look at the South and North, but turn your eyes and attention to the North first. Inter, they get their 1-1 draw against Port Adelaide, which, they've dropped some points now because Vista are comfortably on 13, undefeated, and Inter, mind you, undefeated after 5 rounds as well. They're on 9 points. So if they got the win, they would have been just 2 points from Vista, which is a decent distance. But the draw, 3 draws now to start off the season and 2 wins from Salisbury Inter. Yeah,
so those draws will may end up costing them in the long term. But look, they'll be hoping for finals anyway. That's the objective for them. But as long as they can keep Vista in their sights, then there's always a chance they might catch them. But Vista are flying, aren't they? Yeah,
they definitely are flying at the moment. And we all know that top of both teams, of North and South, will play each other. So we will see how that goes. And the rest go into the playoff system as well. And in the southern one, Eastern United, 5 wins from 5. They're undefeated. A 7-0 win over Noarlunga on the weekend as well to top it all off.
Yeah, very convincing. And Eastern United have had a great start as well.
So they're all doing great. State League 2 is an interesting one to watch this year. So I'm enjoying these new inclusions from clubs. So they're very, very exciting to watch, especially with Salisbury Inter. Just to see how they go and how they cope, especially Garn. They're only 1 point behind Inter as well. So they've had a good start to the year as well. Yeah, very competitive. And it's one of those divisions where you win a few games and you can bounce all the way up the ladder, lose a few and you drop right down. Yeah, and they changed it to the less teams now as well. So when you got less teams, you play them more often as well. I think they play each other 3 times throughout the year. So you get a bit more familiar with your sides as well that you're coming up against. So it's not long, only a few more rounds, and they've played each other once already. So anyway, let's head into, every week we have the segment everyone much loves, Press for Time. He's back next week, not back this week. There's something that's happening in the background. He's been asking for more time. That is right. It is Press for Time. He doesn't get the concept, but it is Press for Time, and we only have like 20 seconds left at every show to give us the headlines. But this week, he's having a week off. We're negotiating with the contracts with his lawyer at the moment, and there's been a bit of scenes around this. This is what happened last year, and this is what he said at the grand final show.
Yes, I do exist for longer than 20 seconds once a week that I get on Johnny's show. Very generous tonight, Johnny. You've given me 2 minutes. I've been told if I go over it, I have to contact his lawyers will contact me. So let's get this through very quickly. that's it from me. I'll be negotiating 10 more seconds a week for next year.
Yes, and those contracts are still being negotiated, and this week he's having a week off. There's been scenes outside the studio as well. Let's have a listen to those scenes that have happened with protests outside the studio.
Pay the man, pay the man, pay the man, pay the man.
20 seconds is madness!
The onus is to play Antonis Pagonis the bonus. And if you don't like it, well, you can... G'day, they're trying to silence the voice of the people, and it's no good. Antonis deserves a break like every other hard-working individual, and we reckon he should get a bit of a pay rise, bit of a bonus.
For Antonis, more time, for Antonis, more time.
David!
Sorry.
Come. Mate, we've got a show to do, come on.
I'm sorry.
Well, there are those scenes, David. Mate, you're a protester, now you're here hosting. Mate,
Wow.
you gotta be better than that.
Do you think I'm up for an Oscar after that?
Maybe. You're doing good, mate. You're actually, this is a sports show or an acting show? I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. I don't think I'm very good at either. So.
Well, Neighbours ends at the end of the year, so I want my go. Even if it's just an off-screen cameo, that I don't care. As long as I'm part of it,
Yeah, okay.
I want to be a part of Neighbours. Neighbours, you're watching. That's why I'm doing these skits. You better be watching. You better be watching anyway. Antonis is back next week. Don't worry. It was just a bit of a laugh. We love Antonis Pagonis. Or is it a laugh? Maybe not. The contracts are still being negotiated. So we'll find out about that. Anyway, tune in next week for more info. Next week, a big episode as well. There will be a special takeover. Stay tuned to the Facebook and Instagram pages to find out what's happening next week. It's going to be exciting. Anyway, have a great week. Enjoy your weekend of football. David, enjoy your weekend of football too.
Thanks, Johnny.
It's Cup round, Men and Women's Cup. Head out to them. The WNP or WSL Cup this weekend, Australia Cup qualifiers. Head out, see a cup set or two, and have a few chavaps while you're out there as well. Get some food in you.
Yeah. The weather's supposed to be very nice still at the weekend, so yeah. Why wouldn't you be out there?
Yeah, mid-20s I think it is.
Yep.
So enjoy the weather while you can, and enjoy your football. Enjoy the local game. Head to Instagram, enjoy it, and like us, give us a share, and we look forward to seeing you all next week. And Antonis Pagonis, those contracts, sign them quickly, otherwise you're not back on next week. That's it for us. Ciao, mate.
See you, mate.
Bye.
See you.